Informed, outspoken, wild, fearless. This is the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast.
What is up, my dudes? This is Trent with the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast. Are you just calling me? Never mind. I don't think I like the fact that what are you going to do? You're going to have this like group of, 58, 60-year-old chain gang guys that just like don't do anything the whole game. Then all of a sudden they're just going to walk out there when these things malfunction. I know they probably won't malfunction that much. I do think this is a step in the right direction, but it's not the step in the direction that I would want it to be. I have no problem with the chains being out there. I don't think it slows the game out that much. I don't think they measure enough as it is. But what I want is I want an eye in the sky. I want a guy in the booth that says, hey, let's measure that. Like, hey, you're off a step. Like, I want someone in the booth that spots for the ref and says, hey, move the ball this way, move it, a half inch to your right. I think we should have an eye in the sky before we go electronic chains. It's not hard to have a spotter up there that has a little mic in his, mic to the head ref's ear or the spotter's ear and says like, hey, move it here or here. So electronic chains, I guess it's kind of cool. I feel like they could have done this.
So here, I have what it actually is before you just start spewing nonsense. So the chain gang will still be there. Doesn't change. It's a reference point for coaches, players, and fans. So they're still going to move up and down, but the technology will be the official, okay, first down or not. So like I said, instead of measuring, they'll just be like, oh, it's a first down. You'll have no measurements anymore, essentially is what it is. But the chain will still be there because the players have to know where the first down marker is.
Yeah. I think we're saying the same things.
Yeah, but you said it in a way harder to understand version.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
so is this thing going to shoot like
in
across
the way
the field?
Like him think?
No, Trent. It's all for it's all for the refs. They'll just be buzzed down first down. They won't show up on the field at all.
Okay. So that's
not a laser
not
across the field.
Do you not like my eye in the sky idea? They should have an eye in the sky that says like,
let's
hey,
not have refs at all, Trent.
No, have refs. You get a better view in the booth. That's why coaches coach in the booth, because you get a better view of the whole field. You could have a spotter that says like, move the ball here rather than stuff like that. I would love an eye in the sky. I don't know why that's so hard to do.
Well,
you
here's
could have
the thing,
a guy
Trent,
do it on his couch. I could do eye in the sky from my couch. It's not that hard.
That's true. You're pretty against progress in the NFL, though. I will say that, and so it frankly shocks me that you're the one who wants that. If anything, I could see me saying that or Jordan saying that, and then you'd be like, the next thing we know, we're playing flag football. Like, I just would rather the refs get it wrong, not have eye in the sky. I don't even like the lasers. I just want the old-fashioned chains. Like, I don't know why we're making this more complicated than it needs to be. Like, just keep the chains out there. Like, this is such the kickoff change, big change. That's cool. I think it's great. The fact that we're using fake lasers or real lasers to tell us if it's a first down
not
or not.
Guys.
I think it's dumb.
Optical tracking.
Optical tracking, whatever it may be. I think that might be lasers.
It's called technology.
All I'm saying is it doesn't. This is almost like a non-update for me. That's all I'm saying.
No, this is going to go. I don't think you understand how much faster. How much faster everything's going to go. Like, you're not going to have measurements when it's like 4th and inches. You're going to know right away. First down, not first down. It's going to happen.
No, absolutely not. No.
I still think you should deserve a measurement. How often is technology wrong? How many times have you ran out of gas, Jordan? Because your gas gauge says that, you've got,
zero because I'm not a moron.
Yeah. Which honestly, I think people are shocked to hear that, just for what it's worth.
No one in here drove their car 0 out of gas stuck on the side of the road. I know a couple people have done that.
I haven't. Hey, I'm at 13 miles left, and I've got to get to a gas station tomorrow morning, which is like 5 miles away. I'm risking it.
I really hope you get stuck.
Seth, I don't know if you understand simple math. You just said you had 13 miles left, and you have to drive 5 miles.
How often is the gauge wrong?
The gauge can be wrong.
It can be wrong,
That's
but
true.
I'm just for what it's worth.
10 miles to the gallon here.
Hold on.
So
Seth,
I don't even know.
Seth, I know where you live. There's a gas station less than a mile away.
I know,
from your
but there's a
house.
different gas station I like better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Maybe go put in $5 the one you're gonna make it to.
No, can't do that.
Yeah, they don't have the airhead bites at that one, Jordan. Come on, why would he go there?
Yeah, he really wants to risk the extra 7 potential miles that he has with his gas tank.
Yeah. All I'm saying is this optical technology kind of seems like an optical illusion. Like, I just don't know if I'm ready to trust this. You know what I'm saying? But things you should trust, guys, is Sleeper for all your fantasy football needs. Head over to Sleeper, enter promo code DUDES100. Check out those dynamic payouts. Check out the formats for your whole fantasy football league, dynasty leagues. They got basketball leagues on there. They got it all. Head over to Sleeper. Tell them the dude sent you, and tell your league the dude sent you. Take your whole league to Sleeper and take your fantasy football league to the next level. Guys, I got invited to a league. The guy said, do you play Yahoo? I was like, what am I, 80 years old? No, I don't play on Yahoo. Go to Sleeper, the best place for fantasy sports. I can't recommend it enough. I got some Dynasty buy, hold, and sell, okay? So we'll just start this off right here. Dynasty buy, hold. So this is, I'm going to give a list of names. You can either buy them, sell them, or hold them. Please don't be lame and do hold every single time, guys. Okay, that's all I ask.
Know when to hold.
Know
when to hold them.
Know when to walk away.
All right, let's go.
Money. You can't start a banger then stop singing, Phil.
That's a good one, huh?
Yeah, Phyllis.
All right, let's move on.
When you're sitting at the table. Okay.
Me time
all right. All right.
Right.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Before you go crazy here, Jordan, there's people taking Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison Jr. in Dynasty football right now. Is this a hold? So if you had the opportunity, are you buying? Sorry, what did I say? Are you buying, holding, or selling that Marvin Harrison shouldn't be the first wide receiver off the board?
That he shouldn't be?
If you have the opportunity to draft Marvin Harrison, are you taking anyone over him? So are you selling, holding?
Wait, in a non-super flex.
Dynasty league.
Non-super flex.
Over, if you're on the market for a wide receiver, are you taking Malik
Marvin
Neighbors?
Harrison Jr.? You got to be a moron to not take Marvin Harrison Jr. as a top wide receiver.
They're out there, Jordan. They're out there.
There's a lot of there's a lot of morons in this world. Is what I've come to realize.
All right. Anyone else saying Neighbors over Marvin Harrison? I'm saying bye. In sync status. Seth, what do you think?
No.
You're not buying? You're going Neighbors?
Oh yes, I guess technically I'm buying. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Trent has worded this horribly for what it's worth.
I'm definitely buying.
All right. Well, bye. Okay, next we got here Dynasty. That was probably a bad one to start out with, okay?
Your explanation was rough.
Rashee Rice, buy, hold, sell. I'm thinking at this point, this is like GME. You've done it this long, you might as well just hold on. You know, it made that spike last week. I think you got to hold, man. What are you going to get for him? You going to sell him for a bag of peanuts? No, you're losing your money. I think you have to hold Rashee Rice, even though it seems crazy. The photographer did drop the charges. So I think, which seems weird. There's got to be definitely a little hush money going on there. But Rashee Rice's photographer dropped the charges. So I'm saying hold. Are you guys all sell on Rashee Rice? What are you thinking?
Well,
I'm buying Rashee Rice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people who are buying right now. I think that's why I'm selling. I'm all in on selling. Jordan, he probably is going to miss 6 games minimum.
So what?
All right.
So what? Like it's Dynasty. Like who cares?
6 games, and then who knows what he looks like after that? And who knows where he goes after that? Who knows where he goes after that? You think he's going to stay in Kansas City forever?
Well, I mean, the Chiefs, let's be honest, the Chiefs have dealt with a lot of craziness. That's what they do, man. It doesn't bother them. So it's not like Tyreek Hill left the Chiefs because he's a bad person. Like he left the Chiefs because they wouldn't pay him. Like it has nothing to do, he'd still be on the Chiefs. They would have paid him. So I don't know. I think Rice is pretty good. So
yeah. Seth, what are you doing? You're a GME guy, Seth. You holding, you buying, you selling? What are you doing with Rashee Rice right now?
I'm gonna hold for sure.
Hold.
I think you're right. I think the what you said about the bag of peanuts is definitely the right thing.
Okay.
Like, why would you get rid of him? There's just no point. Like, I don't know. I think you just hold out, and if that ends up sucking, I mean, what were you gonna get for him anyways? Probably nothing. So,
all right. Next, I got Kyle Pitts. Phil, what are you thinking with Kyle Pitts right now? Buy, hold, sell.
Hold.
Okay. Jordan, what are you thinking? You're the Kyle Pitts guy. He made a catch online. It was like a jumping catch. I didn't even think the catch he made he needed to catch. But what are we doing with Kyle Pitts?
Man, this one's tough. It's definitely not buy. It's either hold or sell.
And that's why I think it's hold, right? If you don't know if you
hold.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say hold at all, but I think it's a hold.
That's why you got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. I'm holding.
So awkward. Just go.
I'm going to start counting money at the table. All right. Everyone said hold there. Seth, what are you doing?
I'm holding too.
Okay. All right. Next. I think this is an easy one. Anthony Richardson. Buy, hold, sell. Seth, right back at you.
I think I'm going to sell high just in case he's a bust.
Okay. Jordan, you selling?
Sell.
Phil, buy, hold, sell. I'm team hold, man. I'm team hold.
This guy said, please don't say hold every single time. And this guy has said hold every single time.
Maybe you should put some names on the list, Jordan. I like all of them. I said don't say hold every single time, maybe because I want to hold all of them.
Then why don't you just say buy? If you love Anthony Richardson, we already said sell. So why don't you say I want to buy him?
I'll buy or hold or sell, or I'll buy or hold. I'm not selling though. I feel like they're kind of the same.
So have some conviction and say holding is like I don't really know. If you love a guy,
holding saying I like him and I'm keeping him. I have him on the team.
You buy
him.
I think you're definite. Holding is just like wait and see. Like no, I love Anthony Richardson. I want to buy him. That's what you should be saying.
I have him everywhere I can get him. So I guess the right answer is buy, Jordan. Sorry. Buy. My bad. Way too many music analogies in this. Next on the list here. Phil, you just want to rate this game so far? Like what are you thinking on buy, hold, sell?
I would say 1.25, probably out of
from
5.
1 to 2?
1 to 5.
Jordan, you like it or you don't like it?
I like it. I wish you would listen to your own rules better, but I like it.
Okay. Hey, well, it's a new game. Sometimes when you start a new game, you don't know.
I think we should play. I think it'll get better. It'll get better with time, like all things, like a fine wine.
Yeah. And hey, go on Twitter at tffdudes and give us some buy, hold, sells. I'd love that. I'd love it.
How many more do we got?
Seth, you like the game?
I do. Yep. Okay. It's a good game.
Seth was a huge Hungry Hippo fan, so I figured he'd like this one too. Okay.
Good at that game.
Zamir White, Raiders running back, for those casuals who don't know who that is. He is the replacement for Josh Jacobs. I think they might have drafted some guys. Is it Zamir White? Did I say that wrong, Jordan? I'm gonna go with, he was a 4th round pick a couple of years ago. I'm going with Zamir. I'm gonna buy him. Raiders running back. Maybe you can get him cheap. Maybe you have a crazy Raiders fan in your league that you can't. Raiders and crazy, you shouldn't have to put that in front of Raiders. I think they're all kind of crazy. What are you thinking with Zamir, Jordan?
They didn't draft anyone. They signed Alexander Madison though, but I kind of think Madison just isn't very good. So
he's a good backup. He's a good backup. That's it. Phil, you buying? You selling? This is your old team.
I'm selling.
Your old fling. Okay.
Selling. He's not going to be Josh Jacobs. I can almost guarantee that. On Vegas has Raiders winning 6 games. So I would imagine that they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, or at least having to try to throw the ball a lot. So I don't know how much running they're going to be doing.
Seth, what are you thinking with old Zamir White? You're the only guy in here in the Raiders group text, for what it's worth. So thoughts? Choose your words wisely.
I think buy is the right one. Okay. I think buy. I think hold, like they were saying, is too neutral. I think buy is like, hey, if you can get this guy for a fair price, I think it's a good addition to your team. So,
did I give a pick?
I don't think so, Trent. Go ahead and say this.
Okay, I said buy. Okay, perfect. Take care.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.